gourmet Ethiopian coffee really hits the spot after a long day of painting. And that's what I had, a long day of painting. But it was a good long day of painting because we got a lot of work done. Hopefully, before the end of the week, most of the house will be freshly painted. When Mitch and Tara and I were talking about the trip and things that we might do here project-wise and that kind of thing, painting never came up. And that's why I didn't bring any of my equipment to paint. But once we got here and they took a look at the place and we started to weigh the different things that could be done in the number of days that I would be here and the things that they could most use my help with, suddenly it came to the forefront. So that's one of the things that now for the last few days I've been doing quite a bit, and hopefully we'll be able to finish by finishing the kids' rooms tomorrow, or some of that might bleed into Friday, but hopefully not longer than that. Each of the kids picked out their own unique color. The difficulty there, though, is that just because it's on the sample chart does not mean it's at the paint store. So they went to get 3 different kinds of paint this morning because there's 3 rooms that that the kids stay in, and only one of the 3 was actually at the paint store, so they had to come back and make different choices, and hopefully tomorrow then we'll get the kind of paint that they want. That's just a small thing in some ways, but it feels good to be able to help make their room more specifically tailored to what they like. Their home and their property here really are their world in many ways. It's not that they don't get out, obviously. They do get out from time to time, but it's not as though they go out and play in the neighborhood. There aren't any parks. So what they have here is in large part what is available to them. So it's especially nice to be able to make that as nice as possible. So that's what I will be continuing to do, like I said, the next day or 2. Mitch was once again working on the water today. It seems as though there's no end to the number of things that can go wrong in getting water from the city pump, essentially. We found out the other day, I don't know if we told you this or not, but we had thought that we know that they get the city water from Lake Victoria. We also know that there are things about the water in Lake Victoria that make it so that you don't want to swim in it. And I'll talk about that maybe more when I get home. We had thought that what they do is send the water to tanks somewhere in the city where the water sits for a while. And one of these things that you don't want to get from the water in Lake Victoria, supposedly after the water sits for like 48 hours or something like that, it's no longer a concern. So we assumed that that certainly would be the case. Problem is that we just found out yesterday that this part of the city doesn't get water from the tanks. This part of the city gets the water directly pumped right from the lake through the lines to the houses. That wasn't real encouraging. So anyway, I uploaded a video of Mitch talking about and showing what he discovered about the water situation today. It's really interesting. You might want to take a look at it. Anyway, the trip continues, and as I'm counting the days to when I will need to leave. I'm trying to do the math and figure out what else I can do here. You know, the work that goes on here that I'm trying to do is a lot more than painting and that kind of thing. Just to be a support and encouragement to them in whatever way possible. But they are greatly blessed by your connection to them in many ways, and the messages that you send to them. You know, these days the communication is much easier than it has been in the past. I'm only able to upload these videos because Mitch has a Wi-Fi connection that he can have travel with him now, which is something he didn't have before. So there are various ways in which we can continue this relationship through the years, whether someone is here with them or not. And I would greatly encourage you to do that, to check that out, and to see how you can be connected to them in various ways. Just